Have you ever wondered, how are these guitar players doing so well with their playing? Have you ever wondered just how are they moving their fingers so easily without even thinking about it? Have you ever just wondered how are these guitar players are moving so well throughout the fretboard? It's just so hard for you to imagine how they just do it so effortlessly. It just makes you wonder, why am I struggling and they are not struggling? In this video, I'm going to explain to you an easy method that will show you how to get your transitions, your chord playing, such as chords, playing songs, even playing solos. This exercise that I'm going to teach you is going to supercharge you, speed up your journey by saving you tons of months. It's going to save you tons of months just by learning this method I'm going to teach you. All right, now the exercise I'm going to teach you is called the pumping nylon. So, Matthew, what is the pumping nylon and why does it work so well? Well, so think about this. Whenever you change chords, let's say you're a beginner and you start to change chords. Whenever you get to that, your third finger is the easy part about switching chords. But whenever you start to use your middle finger or your first finger, it just feels slow and sluggish. It's like you could barely feel that strength in your finger just to actually move. So this is where the pumping nylon can come in. Here's another example. Let's say you're struggling to use your pinky, especially your pinky, which is crucial for any, and you just struggle. You keep struggling using your pinky. This is where the pumping nylon comes in. Now, let me actually show you what the pumping nylon looks like. When you use the pumping nylon, as first, your fingers are going to be tense. As of right now, your fingers are tense. They're super tight, just like this balloon, right? And as you start to practice, as you start to get better, and as you start to use this exercise, your fingers will actually start becoming more stretchier, more relaxed, and everything, which is what pumping nylon does. So to do this exercise, what you want to do is get all your fingers and place it all in one string. You want to put all your fingers on the G string, just like this. All right, so once you have your fingers, put it on each fret on the G string. You want to move your first finger or whatever finger that sucks. It's just like, choose the finger that just gives you the headache. Choose the finger that just makes you want to quit playing the guitar. That's the finger you want to be using for this exercise. Example, let's say it's just the ring finger, right? I suck at using my ring finger. Just an example, because I don't really suck. Or do I? Hey, pause. Okay. Anyways, let's not get that in there. So, what you want to do is get your third finger to go touch the E string, then get your ring finger to touch the bottom E string. So what you're doing is going up and down, just like this. As you start, maybe your other fingers want to start to lift off. It's gonna really feel uncomfortable. Your fingers are just want to move around like a type of worm, just trying to lift off the other. It's basically gonna feel real bad. But as you start doing this more and more and more, guess what starts to happen? Just like using this balloon, your fingers start to get stretchier and stretch. It starts to become more relaxed. This is what you do. This is what happens when you use this exercise. Now, you do this up and down, up and down, up and down within the next couple days. That ring finger that you always been struggling with, like you won't, bro, your fingers will become so easily movable. It'll be so relaxed. You would not believe it. This exercise works so well. Let me give you another perspective, all right? For example, let's say you're trying to switch chords and that third finger is the finger that you struggle the most with, right? The moment you switch chords, as you could tell, I went from C to the G chord. Did you see where my fingers moved? My third finger is the finger you want to pay mostly attention to. Watch as it moves. As you could tell, it moves to a certain spot, which means if you keep I'm getting my Haitian accent coming in, which means if you train your fingers to move to that exact spot you want it to, which is what the pumping nylon does super well, as you go up and down, you train it to a certain spot. Now, when you play those chords that you want to play, it'll be so easy. Look, see, I'm moving like that. It works with any finger you want it to work with. It could use your first finger, middle finger, doesn't matter. This is one of the best exercises that could literally transform you within the couple few days. And this is a common mistake that beginners that barely have any time do a lot. And I covered this in my free guide. Now, the second reason why this exercise works super well is because it gives you more control of your fingers. Let me tell you this. You don't want to work for your fingers. Working for your fingers makes you tired, exhausted. It makes you feel like you just want to just put the guitar and leave it for another 2 months, right? But if you make your fingers work for you, that will make your experience so much better. So for this exercise, another benefit that it could do for you is that it could give you that control that you want for the chords. As you can tell, it doesn't just get you to that certain spot, but it gives you that control that you want. If you want your fingers to give you that control, this is the exercise that you will want to keep practicing over and over again. All right? Just as this balloon that I have in my hand, you want to have control. As I let go of this balloon, here's what happens. It starts to release air, right? The more you do it, the faster, as you can tell, the air release. Is that just like this balloon? You want to focus on controlled movement. I'm going to let go of this balloon and the air is going to start coming out slowly. And this is my fingers when it's controlled. Look. There. It's now I basically controlled it. Just like your fingers, you want to control how you move your fingers. This is an important key of why this pumping nylon works so well. If you control your fingers and make your fingers work for you and not the other way around, which is probably what you were doing before, you will actually start to gain more progress. So Matthew, how do I put this into my schedule, especially if I'm that busy person that barely has any time? Well, this exercise, let me tell you this exercise works really well for especially the people that don't got the time. Why? Let me tell you this. If you got 5 minutes just to practice that one finger that just doesn't like you at all, if you just practice 5 minutes every single day, this fits well into your schedule. I promise. Your finger, that one finger, is gonna work for you. It's going to work for you. If you just practice this, going up and down, shoot, try with your eyes closed. You see, it'll start to get easier each day. 5-minute practice is all you need just to do. You could probably put it for Mondays and Fridays, or try to do it on the days that you have the most time and practice it just for 30 minutes. But you don't need to put an hour into doing this. A whole hour. Sure, the more you do it, the better. But in a whole hour, now that finger is gonna gain some weight. It's gonna be buff. So that's an easy way you could get this into your daily practice. How this applies to solos is that whenever you play a solo, it's each note that counts the most. For example, you will see players just start going across the fretboard like nothing. Like, you see them fingers moving like lightning speed. That's how fast, because they got it controlled. They got it at that exercise is controlling that one finger to go where they want it to go. That finger is working for them, right? That's why this exercise works so well, because it's actually, you're controlling your finger now. Just by doing this exercise, going up and down, you'll be able to move your fingers to the exact spot you want it to go every time. If you enjoyed this video, my pic just dropped. But if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and that's all I got. And watch this next video right here. That'll show you exactly how to do that, whatever that video is. Okay.